So last week it was just raining consistently. I ended up leaving. I didn't videotape. I ended up securing all of that there. Got boards on the bottom, and I fixed the vapor barrier there, so it's all secured. I turned off the water. So I ended up putting this here. I may find a board, and when my cousin Adam comes up, we'll try and do something here more permanent. But I did go into the crawl space, and then I came out and sealed it all up, so the insulation's all there. So in here, there's no drafts or anything like that. So on the inside, I ended up applying the foam insulation as well to the other side of that beam. So the same thing is done there as on this side, and the temperature, I just left it a little bit warmer than last year, so it's around 10 degrees Celsius, and I'll leave it at that for the winter and hope that we don't get any more burst pipes. My goodness. So I was able to do that on Saturday. In the morning it was kind of nice, but then in the afternoon so there's all sorts of branches still falling off this tree here. I think it's just dead stuff. Jeremy did come to check out the dead tree and to give me a quote. But I'm stunned that we have still some Shasta daisies. I know they're hardy. Look at that. Oh goodness, so beautiful. Yeah. So all the perennials that I planted, they all came in. And they're doing quite well. But it all needs a good cleanup. I bought some trim for the to use. I'm covering up some of the just joints here in the playhouse. So I'm just getting it ready because in here I can still work inside a little bit, but I can't do things like caulking or painting, but we can definitely do stuff inside if we wanted to. So the water level has definitely risen. It is quite high. Oh my goodness. We have some wonderful displays of mushrooms, and those are about 6 inches in diameter. There's more coming in over there. Got some here. Can you imagine? I don't know if these are edible, but can you imagine if they were? Like, we get them all year. I love mushrooms. Look at those mushrooms there. Wow. Those are about 6 inches in diameter. So this is a little muted, but it came out. It's okay. I need to scrape some of the letters off. So Jason has not come by yet. I don't think I'll have time, because I want to get some stuff done tomorrow that I've been putting off. Okay, good. So the boats are still not, but the water level is definitely high. Goodness gracious. Yeah. So tomorrow I hope to do this little wall here. I don't want the water or the sand to go over there in the spring, because it'll be filled with snow, and then as it thaws, I'm sure it's just going to run off. Oh, did he cut a bit of the branches? He did. That's interesting. Oh, I've got another log over there, part of a tree that snapped off somewhere. Oh, goodness. But this stuff could definitely use a rake. I'm gonna check this over here, because with all the rain, it was so soft. Oh, it's hardened. Okay, perfect. It was so soft last week, and I was concerned that it wouldn't dry, but it did. Excellent. Just gathering things. Last minute preparations for the winter. So we've got all of these odds and ends, which I'm going to use in the bunkie to do the framing for the insulation. So I saw this man who lives out in the wilderness, and he was talking about preparing and living but minus 50 temperatures, and he was saying that what he uses is the bubble insulation. So I picked up a roll, and I think what I'm going to do in the bunkie is do the framing, and then underneath the framing from one side to the other, just apply that. So over here underneath, the PVC from underneath the cottage is a bit exposed, so I'm going to lift 3 of these. I don't know if I'll do it this weekend, but I'm going to lift 3 of these boards and then wrap that PVC in that bubble insulation, and then run that bubble insulation down the wall of the cottage. It has the vapor barrier, but it's not sealed. They probably didn't have tape. So I'm going to run that along the bottom of the cottage. So where that portion of the cottage is beyond those rocks, I'm just gonna, if I can, or as far as I can, I'm gonna put that insulation in there. Conglomerate of mushrooms right there. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, right there. And those are probably about 4 inches in diameter. Wow. The year that we moved in, Carter and I came up for a weekend, And the mushrooms that we saw were just unreal. I wanted to videotape, and I did have my camera, but my neighbor came to say hello, so I didn't videotape, obviously. But and I meant to after, but it was getting dark, and both Carter and I were feeling a little uncomfortable, so we just came in, deciding that we would do so the following day. And then on the Sunday, it was just pouring, just absolutely pouring. So I never got a chance to videotape that. It was so beautiful. And I figured, well, I'll do that next year, which was like 2 years ago. And no, they weren't the same mushrooms, and they weren't in the same area. So it was really weird. Right. And over there, here's some more. I'll show you tomorrow too. Look at all those mushrooms there. That big one is probably like this one. I don't know if I'll be like that one. Is about 6 inches in diameter. Like, it would be really interesting to find out whether these are edible. And there's some more there by those stumps. Like, everywhere there's stumps, there's mushrooms. So as I was saying, my instinct is to clean all of this up. This is an indication of what's to come, right? So not looking forward to it. So we used to have, I don't know if you can still see it. It's getting dark. I see you. Where are you going? You can go anywhere you want except the bunkie or underneath the cottage. I'm gonna have to check that out because I may have to expedite the work that we do. That floor on the bunkie. Oh my goodness. Oh, they went below. So we used to have an otter that there's 2 rocks down there, and we had otters that lived there. So I don't know if they've moved out, because I did see some in the spring coming from that direction and going under the dock over there. So the 2 raccoons just went underneath there. They look like they're teenagers maybe, but I'm not a raccoon connoisseur. So it's been raining here most of the day. It stopped for about an hour. So I removed all of the nails from the back of the boards that I removed, the paneling. That was a chore. And it's under the cottage. And then I came here and I just had to rake the sand. Yeah, love the sand. So it's so nice to see it clean, but just in this area, everything else isn't clean. But oh, thank goodness. Look at this. So nice and peaceful. So the raccoons came this way yesterday. I don't know where they went. I don't know if they're living in the lighthouse, because I see something, I think one of the little windows or something at the top is open. So the water level has come up quite a bit. Yeah, look how nice and clean it looks. And level. Let's not forget level. So nice. Oh my goodness. I really don't want it to be fall. And I love this little walkway here where it just goes down. I don't know. Anyway, I can't figure out what Jeremy did to the tree that's over there. It looks like the top branches have been cut off, so I don't know whether he did that, cut it off to the ground in case we wanted to access that area. I don't know. But it's getting to that time of the evening where I feel very uncomfortable. So I'm hoping that by this time next year, we will have the deck there and the gazebo. So all of the stuff from here will go into the gazebo, and we will put tarps around it or whatever we do to give it further protection. That will be nice. It's been 1.5 seasons without the deck. Look at the size of this thing. I did not get a chance. Like, this is about 10 inches from one end to the other. And look at these here, like, they're just so beautiful. And I showed you these yesterday, but they're so much bigger today. And we've got one here coming in, and it looks like it's red. Those that are colorful like that, they scare me. But the chipmunks may have been eating it, so it may be okay. Well, we've got 1, 2, 3 chipmunk holes over here. So I think they're just going to town on that little mushroom. So I'm gonna go in. Here's the cottage from the outside at dusk. But look at the woods, they're dark. So I'm gonna take these stairs up. So it's time for me to go in. The little lanterns are beginning to light up. Oh my goodness, and I can see the unpaneled walls from here. That's nice. That is nice. Well, I'm gonna go in. And now, of course, it's not raining. I was hoping to put up the flagpole, and I was hoping to do the little garden over there and the little wall down there. And I think this is the 4th weekend in a row where it got rained out.